movies, music, story times, all kinds of shit for you. Everything goes if it's passing out from Coppola.
Well, he was coming around the corner and gotta tell you, 100 bucks, that's the number. That's the thing that happened.
I guess it's around that time that I ate cold ass weenies. I think I mentioned it already.
What? Cold ass weenies?
Yeah, I'll do an abbreviated version. I think I mentioned it already. It was the time when at school it was like supposed to be an event or whatever to make weenies outside. Mm-hmm. You had to make your own cooker. So the way they did it was like aluminum paper on boxes, mm-hmm. and then like a reflective, not reflective.
Oh yeah, I've done
like
that.
Like the plastic wrap around it so it traps the heat in.
Yeah.
The problem is the homeboy that took the weenies, they were mad frozen, homie. And you only got like 3 hours to cook these shits basically. So we were in there watching Men in Black or whatever, and I was embarrassing the shit out of myself and making people sit through the credits to watch that alien dance. Everybody hated me. Meanwhile, our wieners were cooking, aka slightly defrosting. Dude, them shits, they put them babies on a bun. It was straight icicles, dude.
Yeah, still had the fragments.
Yeah, they hadn't even melted. Only like the wrap around, like the layer around was slightly soft.
The sleeve.
And it was so freaking crud on a stick that they just ordered a pizza.
Damn, that bad?
They spent
Somebody
money.
felt like I gotta shell out money
like
now.
This is a thing we did. Let's get these boys a pizza. This asshole made them sit through the freaking credits of Men in Black for something that was not worth it. Gotta give them a little treat, at least.
You know what? On that note, my 4th grade year in elementary school, I've always been in AP or GT or, nerd classes, basically. Which I loved, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I got to be with the same people ever since my early youth. So a lot of, deep bonds of friendship were formed, whereas everybody just fleetingly went from person to person, But anyway, my 4th grade year there was still a divergence in the geekdom of the school because it was 2 different groups of geeks that hadn't been meshed together yet. The true geeks hadn't been culled.
The corniest of freaking rivalries.
Oh, it wasn't a rivalry, or was it? It was in the sense that the other group, which went to this teacher, I forgot her name, we'll call her Lucifer. She was just like, imagine if Mrs. Doubtfire was actually a woman and sucked mad dings. And then she was really elitist. Like only her kids are the best. And so the other class was like, damn, homie, what the hell is this? But anyway. Yeah. So we always kind of hated them at first because of her. She made them all seem like snobs, right? And so anyway, they invited us to do this weenie cook-off thing as if it were this event. And we did it, and those weenies mad fucking blew, man.
Did they at least cook?
They cooked, but somebody must have bought some foul weenie because it sucked. But that's not what I was getting at.
Foul weenie.
We would do a lot of cross events with each other, right? And coincidentally, this is the first time I met that mad hottie. I was like, damn, I love her. But anyway, she was playing a flute.
What?
Yeah, she was playing a flute.
Why?
And when you zone out and just see the one person?
Yeah.
That was me. I was like, damn,
what was
that
she playing? Well, was she recording for Ice Cube?
Yeah, playing mad Ice Cube beats. No, she was playing a flute. I forgot what it was. It was like a little presentation they were doing, like a little play. And she was playing mad flutes. And I was like, damn. She didn't actually play the flute. She was pretending to play the flute.
Ah, come on, guy.
But even back then, as a kid, I was like...
Skin flute.
I didn't understand what sexy and stuff meant, but I was like, damn, she's something that I like in the pant. But anyway.
I had a chick like that. Quick
aside.
Called Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
Who it was I don't know if you've had this, but it's the person that I never had in a class, but you would always see.
Oh, the girl, yeah.
You'd always see, and then she was like, I'm talking from kinder on, dude. I would see her like every, I don't know, up to like maybe 5th grade, 6th grade. And she was smoking like mad hot. Like, I mean, this seems weird to saying it now, but as a kid in kindergarten,
Yeah, you thought she was mad hot.
She seemed like a mad hot, like grown up.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not even a kid, homie. That's just a hot chick. It was weird. And then he just kind of disappeared, and I was like, damn, man, my wiener. Anyway,
yeah. I had a
it
chick.
was like that, yeah.
There was a chick like that for me in I guess what's the sophomore. I was like, what's the year before junior? Sophomore and junior year. That she was like, oh my god, like ethereally beautiful, you know, like holy shit, like untouchable. But I only saw her in passing, and I would look forward to those passings, like, oh man, you know. Coincidentally, she took to passing in front of where me and the gang, if you will, would hang out, and it was the greatest. Until I ruined it by quoting from Dusk Till Dawn 2, thinking I was clever, going, "Hey baby, hell fuck go." Holy mad, dropped the ball on that one. But anyway,
that's not good. All your homies were like, "Guy."
Yeah, they were like, "What is that?" And I was like, "From Dusk Till Dawn 2, dude." Anyway, what was I getting at? Oh yeah. So me and then I mean us and this other group of geeks were always like in secret competition, I guess, and they would invite us to all these events and whatever. And the teacher would always like condescend to us. You know, it sucked. We hated the teacher, and our teacher openly was like, "That chick's a bitch. That teacher's a piece of shit." But anyway, she would collect money from the students, and they would have this massive Thanksgiving feast, right? So this year she was like, "We're not only gonna have it for us, we're gonna put it on for the other class. So we need some extra money this year. Make it the greatest feast of all time before you guys go to junior high, right?"
No, homie.
So they go out of their way to make this. They had like drives to sell shit and, you know, all this crazy stuff. And mad amounts of foodstuffs were donated and mad amounts of money were donated. And the teacher left.
Damn, homie.
She left. She disappeared with all the money and all the stuff people donated.
Beep.
She just fucking up and left, dude.
Stinky.
And that class ended up getting like a substitute for the rest of the half year. And sometimes they would put the class in the care of our teacher, who would kind of go between both. And he was like, he was of course tending to them, but at the same time he was like, hell yeah, I told you that chick was a bitch.
Stinky.
She just mad up and fucking stole all the shit. By the way, our teacher, I had a tendency to visit my teachers after I left their tutelage. And I was going to go visit him, and they were like, yeah, he left. And I was like, oh, really? What the fuck? Why? And nobody would say why. And I was like, that's odd. And it was just a pervasive silence that was kind of like unsettling. So I had a previous teacher, which was a Native American badass that loved the shit out of me. I was like her teacher's pet. And I just went up to her and I was like, whoa, what happened here? By the way, she had left for a year too and then came back. But anyway.
She the one that had that husband, was a majestic Indian guy?
He was like majestic, dude. So I was like,
waving.
What happened here? And she laid down some mad hints that led me to asking other people, other teachers. And what I concluded was the guy had left under less than stellar reasons, shall we say. Nothing was ever made clear, but now thinking in retrospect with experience behind me, I'm like, was there some fiddling business? Diddling and fiddling?
Damn, homie.
I don't know. But the point is, he never became a teacher again. He went to work for a casket company.
Damn, homie. I feel like this guy fiddled.
I don't know, man, but it was weird.
Who goes to work for a casket company after they're a teacher?
Yeah, because apparently that was the only job he could get. Which is what was told to me. Which this
homie diddled.
Yeah, now in hindsight, that phrase from one of his fellow teachers is very damning. But anyway, he had a rivalry with another teacher over Halloween outfits. And the other teacher would always win. And the year I last had him as a teacher, he actually won. He came as like this insanely elaborate hobo, if you can imagine that. And he won against the other teacher's insanely elaborate Freddy Krueger, which I think would have lost just from the fact that you're portraying a child murderer backslash
Fiddler.
diddler
Yeah.
in the school. But yeah, their outfits were always insanely over the top. It was fun to see that competition. But until apparently he diddled.
Damn, homie.
And then Mad made caskets.
For himself?
Yeah, might as well. I literally have never heard anything about him ever after that initial, slew of news, I guess.
That's mad weird.
It is weird, man.
At least they had good. At least they had good costumes. Unlike that one teacher in my school, who went as a Terminator with damn khaki shorts on and shitty paint, and he got mad dissed by my teacher.
Yeah, I remember when the Terminator had khakis.
Shit, homie. This guy walks into the class with his shitty costume. This teacher was cool, man. I forgot what his name was, unfortunately. He was like blonde dude, and he always had like a part in his hair, but he just looked cool, you know. He looked like he would be like the cool silent guy in like a Quentin Tarantino movie or some shit. He straight up sitting there, and he just looks up, points to him. Shitty costume you got there, pal.
Yeah.
That guy just leaves his papers and leaves.
Damn. Is that badass teacher the one that just let a pumpkin rot?
Yes, it was around the same time. He just had a pumpkin there from October to the end of the freaking, what is that, May or whatever? The end of the freaking
the
school
year?
year.
Damn.
And it stunk for a while, like straight Duke. And then at one point, it just disappeared, homie. It just mad disappeared. We couldn't find it. And then at the end of the year, you know how they have you clean up at the end of the year? We found the pumpkin. Damn. And it was just mush, and it stunk like shit, dude.
That's awesome.
He was cool. I forgot what his name was, but he was really cool. This was the same guy that someone took Lion King 1.5, and it was playing during like movie day, and he goes up to the thing, exited it, and is like, nope, watching that shit, and throws on the floor. Like, dude, it's a kid's movie. What the hell?
Damn, that's badass.
He was pretty cool. This was the same guy that. This was around. I guess this must have been 2004 or whatever. Whenever Bush and Kerry was a thing, I remember they had us do like this presentation of who's cooler, and clearly I didn't give zero shits, so I had you do it. Oh yeah. And you just wrote this mad, clearly Bush Licks thing, and I like memorized it and shit, and I had it all done, and then there was this dude across the thing who was mad into Bush. I'm not talking
teacher.
Yeah, I'm not talking 70s crotch Bush. I'm not talking
not the good Bush.
So, and I guess my president, because I had memorized this shit. This thing was long, dude. This was like what, 5-6 pages long.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
I memorized the shit out of it, but did it impeccably well. Dropped that pretzel line at the end, and this dude was like mad impressed, and he sent me over there to do it. I guess to own his rival, to
show him, hey, look, a kid can get it.
Yeah. So that was weird. He was cool. I just can't. And he didn't really like me or anything, but that was cool. You know, like he was like, "Damn, homie, I'm gonna own this fool with this." Yeah.
I always had a really good relationship with the vast majority of my teachers. Only one didn't like me, and it was this Birkenstock wearing weirdo that smelled like armpits.
Damn, homie. Oh, do you remember the nipple incident?
There's a nipple incident?
Oh my god! I'm about to.
Hold on. Who's
one of my teachers?
Damn, no, I don't.
I'm about to blow your gourd, dude.
All right, blow my gourd. John Gaiman in the house. Deep house crack. Crack? I like that. What the hell am I talking about? I don't even know anymore. But it's gay.